Hey guys, welcome into American Wire. This is Matt Miller. Today we're going to be checking out Piers Morgan debating this radical left-wing streamer that goes by the name of Destiny. I've been seeing him everywhere the last couple of days. His reaction to the Trump assassination attempt is so infuriating and so egregious. Piers Morgan calls him out, and this gets out of control. This just goes completely off the rails. Check it out. But before we dive in, I want to ask you guys to please leave a like on the video and subscribe to the channel. Ring the notification bell so that you guys are notified when we post a new video. Let's jump in.
When you are in a world where conservatives can say anything.
No, I'm not a conservative.
They can have any conspiracy theory.
I'm not a conservative.
They can have any plot. They can do anything. And then liberals are supposed to sit here and be like, oh my God, it's so tragic.
No, Destiny.
Absolutely not.
Let me explain.
Absolutely.
Let me explain my position, because I'm not a conservative. I'm not on either side in your race, right? Here's what I think about what you did. You'd like to fire off, as you've done so far in this debate, about your fury at how disgusting Republicans are, how inhumane they are, how they never have any empathy, blah, 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 blah. And then you yourself actually are exactly the person that you're describing. You are inhuman. You are somebody who seems almost gleeful that a young firefighter with a family, with a wife and children, who he was protecting as he was shot dead, that he deserved what was coming to him because he went to a President Trump rally, a man who was president of the United States until recently for 4 years and maybe again. You sound almost gleeful, Destin, and I'm sorry, that makes you, frankly, despicable.
I don't think I'm gleeful about anything. I don't think anybody should die. I don't think anybody deserves to die. But you want to talk about gleeful? Look at the conservative response to Pelosi's husband when they broke in.
I can answer that.
Mainstream media figures
I can answer that.
I don't care.
I can answer that.
With all due respect, I don't care what your answer is.
Let me answer that.
The reality is that conservatives have been turning the temperature up on the rhetoric. They have been making fun of these types of events for years, and now when something happens to them, now they're looking for sympathy from the liberal side. Absolutely not. It's insane. It's unhinged that you can conduct yourself in such a manner and expect people to feel sorry when things happen.
Why should anybody on the right listen to a word of your hectoring and lecturing about how they should behave? And by the way, for the record, the mockery of Nancy Pelosi's husband when he was attacked by an intruder with a hammer was also despicable, right? I can see despicable behavior on all sides, and I'm happy to call it out when I see it. You, however, want to present yourself as this great kind of standard bearer of decency, who sees outrageous behavior on the right time and again and is incensed by this disgusting, inhumane behavior. And yet time and again, since the attempted assassination of Donald Trump, you have displayed exactly the same kind of inhumane behavior. Fuck him about a fireman who is killed because he attends a rally of a guy he wants to vote for.
My issue with the MAGA kids is not that they are not empathetic. My issue is that they support a president that led an insurrection against the United States. I'm not here to tone police over their empathy.
80 million people voted for Donald Trump last time around.
That's great. 80 million people voted for a guy that tried to insurrect the government, and it looks like they might try to do it again. I mean, like, I don't know what you want me to say. These are the facts on the ground. The idea that
you don't like attacks on democracy. So presumably you would unreservedly condemn the attempted assassination of Donald Trump, because that's one of the most egregious attacks on American democracy of modern times. Presumably, you will take this opportunity, given you are so determined to protect the integrity of democracy, you would find it absolutely outrageous that someone has tried to assassinate a president, right?
If the other conservatives on this show want to say that it was absolutely outrageous that Donald Trump attempted to coup the government, then maybe I would. Yeah, no, I'm not going to get on my knees and beg for forgiveness or show sympathy to conservatives.
I'm not asking for that. I'm asking you to condemn what happened as an egregious attack on democracy. Can you do that?
No, I won't. No, I won't.
You can't do that. You see, so why the hell, frankly, Destiny,
absolutely not.
Why the hell should we listen to a word you have to say about...
Why do you think conservatives haven't been listening to a word that liberals have said about anything for 8 years?
Right,
what do you think is going to change?
They?
You think that if liberals come out now and they go, "Oh my God, this was so horrible," you think they're going to go, "Wow, that is true"? Maybe that should also
Charlie, I'll bring you in at the end of this. I promise you, and you'll get a good chance to respond. But here's my problem, Destiny, with your whole position on this, right? Is that you don't actually have anything inside you that you want the other side to have. You don't have any of the empathy. You don't have any sympathy. You don't care that someone tried to assassinate Donald Trump.
You
don't care that a young fireman with a family was killed in the process. You don't actually. You are not the person you want these other people to be. And all you do is play whataboutery with every question I give you.
I cannot believe that people on the left like him can't see the humanity of this situation and they still want to politicize it. Donald Trump, the former president of the United States, literally almost took a bullet to the head. He got shot in the ear by a radical, extreme, left-wing shooter. And this is what he has to say about that? He's pointing fingers. He's, like Piers Morgan said, it's all whataboutisms. And the guy can't even admit that he can't even condemn it. He can't even admit that this was wrong because he's so guarded. He's so fortified behind his side's rhetoric. Now, Destiny, from what I've heard about this guy, is a total clown. He's the king of clowns. And, he's just kind of the stereotype or the caricature of the weenie, wimpy, liberal, hipster guy. And all of his takes just sound like they come from a place of cynicism and weakness and envy and toxicness. I don't know. I really don't have anything nice to say about the guy, and especially after seeing this clip, I don't have anything nice to say about what he says here. How could you have this worldview? I mean, this just goes to show that somebody like him just doesn't even see the same colors that we see. Like, he's just in a totally other universe. He's going to point the finger and say, F you to the guy who was at the Trump rally that got shot and killed, the firefighter that was just innocently sitting in the stands and took a bullet because of this shooting, because of this 20-year-old radical who was radicalized and believed that Donald Trump is Hitler and he's a threat to democracy and he's a fascist. And the firefighter sitting in the stands took a bullet, and he can't even say condolences to that guy. And Piers Morgan is right, because if he is pointing the finger at conservatives and Trump supporters and saying, look, you guys, you didn't have any sympathy when it came to Nancy Pelosi husband attack, and you mocked it, or you had conspiracy theories or whatever. Now he's doing the same thing. So he can't point the finger and say, the other side needs to be like this, if he then doesn't do that. That's called being a hypocrite. If he's not going to be above what he's accusing the other side of, and he's going to stoop to that same level, then he has no credibility. And also, he's exposing himself as a hypocrite, and he's a disgrace. These are the kinds of people that make me worried that there's such a deep, deep divide in America, and no amount of conversations could really bring us together or put us on the same page. You have two camps, like broadly speaking. You have the Trump supporters who are proud to be American. They know our history. They love our history. They worship God. They believe in God. And their main priorities are family, freedom, the right to defend themselves, the rights of the unborn, just like good, wholesome things, right? That's what I'll call it because I'm on that side. But then you have the other side that is the opposite of all of that. They don't believe in God. They're ultra cynical about the world. They're not interested in starting families. They don't have any traditional values. They actually demonize traditional values. They want to do away with all of them and basically just want to make it up as they go along. And that's why communication with people like this is so hard. I don't think if I sat in the room with Destiny that we'd really be able to see eye to eye on nearly anything. I've seen his interview with Jordan Peterson, and Jordan Peterson tore him apart too. I mean, is this guy tired of being humiliated yet? Can he go and clean up his arguments? Because you know what? I will say that there are people on the left that do it right, and they can make a left-wing argument. Bill Maher is a great example. I think that guy, I mean, he is a liberal, he's a left-winger, but he actually has a awareness of himself and an awareness of where the center is. And he understands people on the right and Trump supporters and why they believe the way that they do, why they believe what they do. And he has a respect for it. So I think while he doesn't share the worldview and he's not a Trump supporter, he is able to make a cogent argument in a way that is relatable and understandable and respectful. So Bill Maher, a round of applause for that guy. I think that's the playbook on how to be a respectable left-winger and that has dignity. But Destiny is the playbook for how to humiliate yourself and how to be just a total jackass and get everybody to kind of hate you, right? I mean, I guess he's on Piers Morgan's show. Piers Morgan is not he's not a right winger either. The guy's a left wing moderate, but again, he also has that sort of dignity and that sort of mutual respect for the other side. He understands where people are coming from and why there are the differences that exist. And that's why he's able to communicate with them so well. And sometimes people on the far left even call him a conservative, but he's definitely not. So anyway, let me know what you guys thought of this clip in the comments. If you liked the video, please leave a like and subscribe. Again, ring the notification bell so you guys are reminded of the videos when we're posting them. You'll get a notification. And thank you for watching. Thank you for supporting the channel. I'll see you in the next one.